Remember when cars were built like tanks and didn't need a computer science degree just to change a light bulb? Today, we're diving into the most reliable, old-school cars you can still find on the market, machines that refuse to die, even after decades on the road. And the best part? You can still snag some of these legends without emptying your retirement account. If you're the kind of driver who wants a car that just won't quit, the Toyota Corolla from the late 90s into the early 2000s should be right at the top of your list. This is the car your neighbor bought brand new, swore he'd replace in 5 years, and somehow still drives to this day without a single check engine light. Under the hood, most of these Corollas came with the 1.8-liter four-cylinder, the famous one ZZFE. Simple, fuel-injected, no turbo nonsense, and perfectly capable of running past 300,000 miles as long as you keep up with oil changes. The transmissions are just as reliable, whether it's the manual or the 4-speed automatic, both are tough as nails. My tip, always check the transmission fluid. If it looks dark or smells burnt, walk away. Power-wise, you're looking at around 120 horses. Not thrilling, but paired with fuel economy close to 30 miles per gallon on the highway, it's the kind of car that saves you money long after you've bought it. Step inside and you'll find no frills comfort. Working AC, cloth seats that hold up better than modern leather, and a dashboard you can figure out in 10 seconds flat. No distracting screens, just good old-fashioned knobs and buttons that do exactly what they're supposed to do. The sweet spot for these Corollas is between 1998 and 2002, and the good news is that you can still grab a clean one in the $3,000 to $5,000 range. For a car that might outlive your fridge, that's a pretty solid investment. And if you're thinking, okay, that's too basic, I want something tougher, maybe even a little old-school American muscle in disguise, wait until you see the next one. Now, if the Corolla is the dependable friend who always shows up on time, the Ford Crown Victoria is the retired cop who's seen it all and still has plenty of life left. Built from the mid-90s all the way through 2011, this big American sedan is the definition of old-school toughness. You'll often hear it called the Panther platform, the same one that gave us police cruisers and taxicabs that ran non-stop for years. If a car can survive 24-hour shifts with a badge on the dash, you know it can handle your weekly grocery runs. Under the hood sits the legendary 4.6-liter V8. No, it's not a powerhouse by today's standards, but it's smooth, durable, and when paired with the 4-speed automatic, it just keeps going. A Crown Vic with regular maintenance can easily pass 300,000 miles. When you're checking one out, listen closely for any timing chain rattle at startup and make sure the transmission shifts without hesitation. Those are your two main checkpoints. Fuel economy? Let's be honest, it's a big sedan with a V8. Expect somewhere around 17 in the city and 24 on the highway. But the trade-off is comfort. You get that classic, soft, couch on wheels, ride quality, wide seats you can sink into, and enough space in the trunk to host a picnic. For long drives, few cars from this era feel as relaxed and solid. The best years to hunt are the 2000s models, especially 2003 and up, when Ford improved suspension and safety features. And the price? You can still find a well-kept example in the $4,000 to $7,000 range, which is crazy when you think about how much car you're getting for the money. And if a big body-on-frame V8 sedan sounds a little too much like your grandpa's Sunday driver, don't worry, the next car is smaller, sharper, and comes with a reputation that might surprise you. If the Crown Vic is all about brute strength and comfort, the Honda Civic from the 90s into the early 2000s is the clever little survivor that refuses to bow out. This is the car that college kids drove into the ground. Tuners modified within an inch of its life, and yet, somehow, decades later, you still see them buzzing around town. And there's a reason for that. They're nearly indestructible when maintained, even half decently. Most Civics from this era came with the D-Series engines, simple 1.5 or 1.6-liter four-cylinders. Nothing fancy, but unbelievably reliable. Some models had the famous VTEC, which gave a little extra punch at higher RPMs. But the real story here is longevity. With regular oil changes, it's not unusual to see these motors cross 250 to 300,000 miles. Manual transmissions are bulletproof, while the automatics can get a bit tired with age, so if you can drive stick, that's the smarter bet. Performance isn't jaw-dropping. Horsepower floats around the 100 to 120 mark, but here's the kicker. You'll be getting close to 35 miles per gallon on the highway. And in today's world of expensive fuel, that makes the Civic an everyday hero. Inside, it's simple but practical. You've got hard plastics that, somehow, don't fall apart, cloth seats that outlast trends, and a driving position that feels natural and nimble. Plus, parts are dirt cheap, and every mechanic in North America has worked on a Civic at least once in their life, so repairs are never a guessing game. The sweet spot for reliability and value sits between 1996 and 2000, before things got more complicated with extra electronics. And you can still find good examples in the $3,000 to $5,000 range, though the really clean, unmodified ones are becoming collector's items. And if you think the Civic is too small, too light, or too simple for your taste, stick around, because the next pick is a rugged SUV that can handle city streets and the back roads without breaking a sweat. Hey, quick pit stop before we roll to the next car. Grab your phone, hit that subscribe button, and drop a comment telling me which city you're watching from. If the Civic is the clever city runner, then the Toyota 4Runner from the late 90s into the early 2000s is the adventurous cousin who's always ready for a road trip or no road at all. This SUV has built a reputation as one of the toughest, most dependable trucks of its era. It's the kind of vehicle you'll find still climbing mountain trails with 300,000 miles on the clock, and the owner will casually tell you it's just getting broken in. Under the hood, the real gem is the 3.4-liter V6, known as the 5VZ FE. It's a smooth, bulletproof engine with plenty of low-end torque, and when paired with the 4-speed automatic or the 5-speed manual, it's about as durable as they come. These powertrains are famous for going the distance, as long as you check for timing belt replacements every 90,000 miles and look for any frame rust, especially if the truck lived in snowy states. Performance-wise, you're getting around 183 horsepower, which was more than enough for its time, and fuel economy hovers in the high teens, let's be honest. Efficiency wasn't the point here. What you do get is reliability, off-road capability, and that classic truck feel. Step inside, and you'll see why these still have a loyal following. Comfortable cloth seats, a commanding driving position, and a cabin layout. That's all business, no gimmicks, just durability. The rear seats fold flat for cargo, making it a perfect road trip or weekend adventure rig. The golden years to look for are between 1996 and 2002, especially the third generation, which struck the perfect balance between ruggedness and refinement. Prices today? A solid example will run you anywhere from $6,000 to $10,000, depending on mileage and condition. Not cheap for a 20-year-old SUV, but considering what new trucks cost, it's a bargain for something that might still outlast them. And if SUVs aren't your style and you're craving something a bit more refined, the next pick is a luxury sedan that combines old-school reliability with class you just don't see anymore. If the 4Runner is built for dirt trails and adventure, the Lexus LS400 is pure old-school luxury that just refuses to age. Introduced in the early 90s and running strong into the 2000s, this was the car that shocked the German brands by proving the Japanese could build a luxury sedan that was not only smoother, but also far more reliable. Under the hood, you'll find the legendary 4.0-liter V8, known as the 1UZ FE. This engine is one of the smoothest ever built, with a reputation for crossing 400,000 miles if maintained properly. The 4-speed automatic transmission is just as durable, though you'll want to make sure fluid changes were kept up. When inspecting one, check for timing belt service records and listen for any power steering pump noise, two of the very few weak spots these cars have. Performance was impressive for its time, with about 250 horsepower on tap, making highway cruising effortless. Fuel economy sits in the high teens, but let's be honest, if you're shopping for an LS, you're not counting pennies at the pump. Inside, it's a time capsule of comfort, leather seats that still feel like armchairs, real wood trim, whisper-quiet insulation, and features that were way ahead of their time. This was the kind of car where even the door hinges were over-engineered. Many owners say it feels more solid at 20 years old than brand new cars do today. The sweet spot is the first and second generation LS400 from 1990 to 2000, before things got more complicated with electronics. Prices range from $5,000 to $9,000 for clean examples, and considering the build quality, that's a steal for a true luxury legend. And here's the kicker. While most luxury sedans of the era have turned into money pits, the LS400 is one of the few that still makes sense as a dependable daily driver today. It's comfort, class, and reliability wrapped in one old-school package. If the LS400 is all about refined luxury, the Jeep Cherokee XJ is the rugged workhorse that refuses to retire. Built from the mid-80s all the way until 2001, this boxy SUV is the definition of old-school utility. Its design is so iconic that even today, you can spot one instantly from across a parking lot. And here's the kicker, it's one of the simplest, most durable SUVs you can still buy. The heart of the Cherokee XJ is the 4-liter inline-6 engine, a motor so tough it's often described as bulletproof. With proper maintenance, these things easily cross 300,000 miles. Pair that with the straightforward 4-speed automatic or the 5-speed manual, and you've got a drivetrain built to last decades. When checking one, keep an eye out for cooling system issues. Radiators and water pumps tend to be weak points, but the good news is parts are cheap and everywhere. Horsepower comes in at around 190, which was plenty for its size, and fuel economy sits around 16 to 20 miles per gallon, depending on how heavy your foot is. Not great, but again, this was about durability and off-road capability, not sipping gas. Step inside and you'll see that the cabin is pure function over form. Cloth seats that wear like iron, simple gauges, and controls that anyone can understand. It's a time when SUVs weren't luxury statements, they were tools, built to haul families and gear through whatever you threw at them. The golden years for reliability are the late 90s models, especially 1997 through 2001. Prices today range from $4,000 to $8,000 for solid examples. But beware, clean, rust-free Cherokees are getting harder to find, and enthusiasts are scooping them up quickly. And if a boxy Jeep feels a little too rugged for you, don't worry, the next model keeps that same reliability factor, but in a far more comfortable and family-friendly package. If the Cherokee XJ was built for adventure, the Honda Odyssey from the early 2000s was built for family duty, and believe it or not, it's one of the most reliable old-school people movers you can still find today. This is the van that carried kids to soccer practice, did countless road trips, and somehow kept on going long after minivans went out of style. The engine you'll see most often is Honda's 3.5-liter V6, which is smooth, powerful enough with about 210 horsepower, and capable of racking up well over 250,000 miles. The main thing to check here is the transmission. Early 2000s Odysseys were known for automatic gearbox issues. So, if you're shopping one, look for records of a transmission replacement or rebuild. If it shifts clean and smooth, you've probably got a good one. Fuel economy sits in the high teens, maybe 22 on the highway if you're lucky, but what you gain instead is unbeatable practicality. Sliding doors, tons of cargo space, and seating for 7 or 8 make it one of the most versatile vehicles of its time. Inside, it's classic Honda, comfortable cloth or leather seats, a simple dashboard, and just enough creature comforts without being overloaded with fragile tech. The best years to aim for are around 2001 to 2004, old enough to dodge extra electronics, but new enough to have Honda's refinements. Prices today range from $3,000 to $6,000 depending on condition. And the funny part is, many of these vans are still being used as daily drivers by their original owners. And here's the thing, while SUVs and crossovers get all the hype, an Odyssey in good shape is often the smarter, more reliable choice. It's the van that just keeps showing up for work, no matter how many years pass. Old school cars like these prove that simple, tough engineering never goes out of style. Which one would you pick for yourself? Let me know in the comments, hit that subscribe, and check out our next video for more smart used car buys.